Wow, what a message we needed. Talk about the timeliness of this film, especially with the country being so divided.
Yeah, I mean, I think we need to reminders of not just where we came from and how we got here, but also we need our heroes. We need these heroes, these extraordinary people who lived and we can be inspired by. So Harriet, you know, this black woman, this tiny black woman who is so fierce, so strong, so incredibly courageous, and so sure in her faith, you know, is an inspirational figure for us.
Mm-hmm.
And what was it like to play Harriet Tubman?
A true honor, really, and a real challenge. I put the responsibility on myself to make sure that I put everything into it that I possibly could to try to play her as fully and truthfully as I possibly could. And I was helped by Kasi, who is amazing. And I hope that I've done a good enough job, because it was something that meant a lot to me, you know? Yeah.
I saw it as a prayer for freedom, too.
Yeah,
exactly.
Absolutely.
It's a meditation on freedom and the exhilaration of freedom and what this one woman was willing to do for it. You know, to risk everything, to risk her life, and that concept of you know, live free or die. It's such a strong such a human concept, you know.
And I also think it's important to realize it's just not a black story, it's an American story, and that everybody's liberties are in question today,
right.
and how this woman fought for
right.
this.
I think it's a real reminder to ourselves that we should strive for it, to keep our eyes on making sure that we all have our liberties and our freedoms. And she was the consummate example of what can be done to keep it that way. Yeah.
How did you get in that headspace?
Training, making sure that I took the time to work on my body physically, because I knew it was going to be a physical task, very physical. I allowed myself to sort of explore my spirituality, pray, because I believe in God, allow myself to make the mental space for her, like welcome the fact that there was a little bit of fear and that was okay, lean on Kasi. We worked together when it came to researching and found her. We had to look at pictures, trying to map her face, trying to map her voice, just trying to find the pieces that would come together to make her. And then when it all came together, I sort of relied on the people around me, the cast, who were incredible, and then somehow the pieces have come together, I think. I hope.
Quite beautifully.
Thank you.
And there's a buzz, there people are buzzing, because you're one away from an EGOT. That can't be lost on you, right?
It's not lost on me at all. It freaks me out a little bit, because I didn't expect to be in this place now. No one knows when that would happen, so I'm just grateful to be a part of it. I'm grateful to be a part of the conversation. It's nice. Very nice.
And is Harriet, a piece of her, always going to be with you?
Yeah. As we do all of this and we talk about her, it's really lovely because it feels like we keep bringing her into the room. It's quite nice. And she changed my life. I think it's quite something to play someone with such resilience and determination and love and heart. It's a special thing, yeah.
How did you know this was your Harriet?
Yeah, it was amazing because Cynthia was doing El Royale, right? And I was doing research. And then we met, and I had this clear picture that had come to me through the research of who she was. Tiny, fierce, strong, fast, you know, super spiritual, and with this inner beauty, you know, and then Cynthia came into the Russian tea room, and there she was, tiny, strong, fast. She's a marathoner, and, you know, a beautiful singer like Harriet was, and the strength and force of will and like this fire burning in her. And I had a pretty good idea, but it wasn't till the first day we started shooting. Well, we started working together deeply, but the first day we started shooting that I saw her in the costume, fully in character, and I saw her run, and I was like, that's her run, that's her. And it really was kind of a perfect casting.
And Cynthia, you did it so beautifully. There was controversy at the beginning. Did you read that at all? Did you block that stuff out when they said that you would play Harriet and the haters came?
I mean, you can't block it. I mean, you can't tell people what they can and cannot feel. But I think it did give me I think more than anything, I then realized that I really did have the responsibility. It just like spurred me on to make sure that I put everything I possibly could into it to play this woman. And because I knew that it was an important situation. I knew it was an important story to be told because it's the first of its kind. And more than anything, I want people to come and see this and then make more. We have 12 movies about Winston Churchill, and we only have one about Harriet Tubman. And I want this to not be the only, just the first. Now let's tell more of her story. There's so much life in this woman, and we have only just begun to peel back the layers of it. So, you know, more than anything, it just made me want to tell this story well. Yeah.
And what was it like? Oprah invited you over for some tea. I'm talking. You said my British accent was good, right?
It was good. I think it's good. Yeah. It was amazing. And Oprah's lovely and incredible. So who wouldn't want to be in her house having some tea? Why not?
Did she give you any advice at all? Because she's always giving some good advice.
Well, she's given me some advice before, and that was that I don't have to say yes to everything. Because I think I was overstretching myself when I first came out of The Colour Purple, and I was doing everything, going everywhere, doing everything, getting really tired. And she was like, "You can say no sometimes. You can take a rest sometimes," and that's really served me well, actually. Yeah.
And is it true you're going to be playing Aretha
Yes.
Franklin?
Yes.
What can you tell me about that?
It is an 8-part series on Aretha Franklin. On National Geographic, they do this Genius series where they pick a genius each year and they sort of tell you their life and their life story and talk about the genius of them. And that's what it is, really. I'm excited. She's my hero. She's the one that basically taught me what it is to tell stories through song. I think there's no vocalist like her. So I'm just excited to be able to be part of the representation of her, be one of the stories of her.
And can we talk about Kasi being a woman director and
Yeah.
also women producers
Yeah.
come up on that screen? What
Yeah.
was that like?
Kind of incredible. It's like, what kind of luck do you have to have in order to put yourself in someone's hands like that? Like, Kasi was a hero of mine. You know, he was by you and you're like, had to play it really cool. When I met her the first time, I was like, that's Kasi Lemmons.
Thank you for watching. If you want more extra, hit the subscribe button and the bell so you'll never miss a video.